JT, I'll start. Do you want to be a Colt? Have you rescinded your trade request, and where do things stand on that front?
Number one is, first off, feels really good to finally be healthy. I mean, number one, the whole time the main goal was to be healthy. Everyone in this whole thing, the main goal was to be healthy, to go out there, to be able to do what I love, which is play football. So just going through that journey throughout this whole time, been a lot of things said, been done, but at the end of the day, the number one overall goal for everybody was for me to get healthy. And I think everybody's on the same page with that.
When did you get healthy?
Over the course of this whole offseason. There's never a specific date, because there's always progressions. There's always, hey, okay, we got to break through this wall, then we got to break through that next wall. So just being able to maintain that perseverance until you get the achieve goal that you want.
Have there been any other issues, sticking points with you besides just your injury, or what other factors have kind of gone into how you've operated? Well, let me ask you this: has there been any other sticking points for you getting on the field other than your injury?
No, number one thing was me getting healthy. I mean, at the end of the day, if you're not healthy, you can't be on the field. The number one ability is availability, and I pride myself on that. So, especially battling through last year, my number one goal was to make sure I eliminated all of that. I'm just not a guy that doesn't want to be on the field and off the field. Now, of course, if you can't go, you can't go, but I didn't want to be a kind of guy where, oh, we're dealing with this, we're dealing with that. I just wanted to make sure I got 100% healthy, and everyone did.
John, after the offseason again, when there were trade requests, whatever, how committed are you now to the team? I mean, are you here 100% on that?
I don't think it matters on if I'm saying I'm committed or not, because I'm here. I mean, if somebody wasn't committed, they wouldn't be here. And right now, I'm here, and my number one goal is to really attack this first practice. It's been over 290 days, I believe. I mean, when you're not doing what you love, you're gonna notice it. So it's been over 290 days. So my main goal has been to attack this first day. Yesterday was a walkthrough, so today is the second first day.
JT, do you want to be here?
As you say, Jonathan, a lot of things have been said and done. How do you feel about you and your sides? If you had to do it all over again, would you do everything you've done the same, or would you change anything?
Oh, everything that I've done to get healthy to this point, I would do exactly the same. I am feeling very healthy now, and I'm really just trying to really focus and make sure that when I step out on that field, you got to get acclimated. The number one thing, everyone knows there's an injury risk when you haven't done something like this, a physical sport, for this long, and just getting back out there, not even just getting back integrated, hearing plays, it's just a feeling of being on the field. That's going to be something that I haven't done in a while.
I'm talking about the contractual stuff, Jonathan, the trade requests, the contracts, all that stuff. Do you like how your side is, and how the Colts side, how do you like how everybody's behaving?
Oh, yeah, I'm not here to get into any contract things. Those were over the course of this off season, but the season is here. We got the Tennessee Titans on the clock. Division game, division matchup. What are you going to do? Are you going to boast up and get ready to defend your house, or are you going to fold? So that's a big emphasis for us this week.
How soon you're running back? How soon can you play?
That's the question that we don't know. Like I said, I haven't had a first practice yet. I've had a walkthrough, so I'm super excited to finally get out there for the first time and just see where has all the hard work taken me. Just day in and day out, inching closer and closer every single day.
Jonathan, teammates have observed what's going on, and they probably have questions too. What have you told them and try to explain the situation to them?
Oh, I mean, I've been in communication with my teammates the whole time. I've been here rehabbing. They've been asking me every day, hey, how you feeling? I'm telling them, hey, I'm inching closer and closer. So the day has finally come now for me to finally hit the field. So it's just an awesome feeling when you've been working so hard to get to a certain point, and now you're finally back doing what you love.
Jonathan, nobody understands your body like you do, obviously. So can you help us understand how you have a surgery in January, but you're not able to get on the field by September?
Really, I think the answer to that question would be if I asked James, like, hey, what's the difference between you and myself getting a surgery? Well, it's because he got a surgery and I got a surgery. So at the end of the day, everyone heals different. No surgery is the same. And all that matters is, can you persevere each and every single day? Because I'll tell you one thing, rehab is tough. So, now going through that for the first time, a real surgical rehab, I commend those guys, who have had some pretty devastating.
JT, what's it been like? Obviously, we haven't heard from you in quite a while. What's it been like hearing all these narratives and all these stories and rumors and facts and whatnot? Have you sit back and taken all this in?
Oh no, it's okay. I mean, it's the media's job to speculate and, oh, what's going on? Only one thing that matters is the people inside of these walls.
You still want an extension? Do you still want to trade?
What'd you say?
Do you still want an extension, and do you still want to trade?
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into any contract stuff. This is a big day for me. So just to go back out there and do what I love, it's a big day for me. So I'm just excited for that. I'm actually laser focused on that because it's not a huge day for necessarily, I know everybody's excited, teammates, coaches, but I'm excited. I know you guys don't usually see me super excited all the time, but I'm really excited, you know, when you've been out for something for a while and you're finally back into the group.
Well, where acrimony existed, whether you acknowledge it or not, how did you go about just kind of getting to this point, right? I mean, we haven't seen you this engaged and so forth, but like, how did you get to this point? How did you guys resolve things interpersonally and all that?
Oh, well, the number one thing was just continuing to attack the rehab every single day. Like I said, the number one goal was to get healthy, and I believe everybody was on the same page with that. So just being able to work in communication with the organization and my squad, just being able to provide any and everything that I needed in order to get back out there on the field.
I know you're rehabbing.
Why
Why
don't
don't
you
you?
for 3 games or 4 games? What have you seen of him, and what you could really add to this offense?
I think I really saw someone he was a tough competitor, especially this past game. I mean, I was kind of all over the place. I'm like, oh my gosh, like, oh, we can pull this out. You know, I'm rooting for guys like, oh, let's make this catch. Oh my God, good run. But one thing I saw from him was how he had the guys rally around him. And that's what you want. And, you know, as a leader, as a quarterback, that's what you want. You want to be able to have guys rally around you. So I was really excited to see that from him. I mean, shoot, he just turned 21. So I don't know how that feels to him interpersonally. You know, everyone deals with pressure differently. But I couldn't really see too much of it on this kind of speaking.
Jonathan, do you want to be a Colt? Do you want to be a Colt?
Oh, listen, like I said, I'm here right now, and my number one thing is to take care of my teammates. A lot of people worry about what I want. Doesn't matter what necessarily I want. What matters is what this team needs, what this team wants, what this city wants, and what this city needs. What this city needs is a championship. And while I'm here, that's what I'm going to work my tail off to do. That's what I work my tail off to get the opportunity to do. You know, I think when you've been out for a while, you start looking at it and you say, man, when you have that opportunity, and I never took it for granted, but even when it's taken away, you still are like, man, that was a great opportunity, and I can't wait to have another opportunity. So, like I said, I never took it for granted at all, so you know, help comes first.
Jonathan, this relationship was not in a good place many months ago. What has changed coming to today?
Well, I mean, the relationship as far as with me.
Well, you asked for a trade, you asked for an extension, right? You don't want to talk about that today, I understand that, but what, if anything, has changed in your approach?
The number one thing that changed is that I'm finally able to step back on the practice field. Like I said, it's a big day. It's a huge day just because you got nerves, you're anxious, you want to do well. Just, you know, you've been working so much, and you can simulate as many things as you want, but nothing simulates football but playing football. So being able to go out there and really, really just test the waters and just see, like, hey, everything you did every single day, all the work you put in, see where it takes us.
JT, I know you said you're here now. What kept you from being around previously in previous weeks, you know, to practice, games, things like that?
Oh, I've been around. Like I said, the number one goal was for me to get 100% healthy. So I think just being in communication with the training staff and the team and getting everyone on the same page in order to make sure, hey, not only myself, but everyone who is injured and off the field has everything they completely need in order to get back on the field and do what they love.
So when you
brought up how long you've been out from football. I mean, do you feel a need to kind of show either the Colts or the league that you are healthy again, you can get back to like those 2021 levels?
I don't think it's a matter of showing the Colts or other teams or players. I think it's about yourself. You know, like I said, you have people directing you and helping you to rehab and get back, but you want to show yourself like, hey, I've been working for a long time for this moment. So I want to prove to myself, like, hey, let's just see all of those days where you thought you couldn't get another rep in, you thought, oh, this muscle is sore, you push through it. Let's see where it takes us today.
Do you know your body? Do you feel like that guy who ran for 1,800 yards a couple years ago?
Like I said today, look, you guys are it's first day, first day today. So, like I said, that's why I told you guys it's a big day today, and I'm excited. I can't wait. Like I said, a lot of nerves, but I mean, you get nerves every game, but the great players learn how to work through it.
John, what do you want to say to
have all
Colts
the support
fans
of
who
your
may feel like
teammates?
you may have foot out the door?
One of y'all got
Hey,
to
just go Chris, then Dave, and then we'll cut it.
All your teammates have had your back in that locker room. What does that kind of support mean from your brotherhood guys?
I mean, it says a lot. Whenever your brothers see you down and injured, they just want you back on the field. First of all, they want you healthy. And then once you're healthy, they want you back on the field. So just hearing their love and support throughout this whole thing, hey, JT, keep grinding every single day. You know, we're ready for you. Just take care of yourself and make sure you get 100% right. So it just shows you the kind of guys we have in the locker room.
What do you want to say to Colts fans? Some of them may feel like you've got a foot out the door and you're not here for the long term. What do you want to say to fans?
Oh, I've definitely seen some fans. Actually, I'm in person too, and they show me a lot of love and support. So I definitely appreciate that 100%.
All right, thanks guys. Welcome.